back in Sequoia, we cared a lot about compliance. And we always used to make the joke that like compliance is not everyone's favorite topic. There are definitely some compliance nerds out there who would always say, no, I love it. But most people, it's not the most fun thing to do, but is the most essential thing to do. And I think we cared a lot about making sure that we had the proper checklist for people and that they knew what they needed to do. But, our checklists were starting to get a little bit more like technology, but at first they were truly just checklists in the space. And HR people always demanded that they wanted something more high tech, alerting to them. Like they didn't have a lot of time to remember all these different deadlines and trainings and everything that they were supposed to do. So compliance for Sequoia was always about making it be shown as essential, but also making it really easy for people as much as we could. But there's so many areas of compliance that gets really extremely challenging. And we also saw a huge increase in the amount of compliance support that people needed when COVID started, right? Because health came, as funny as it sounds today, health came to the forefront during a pandemic. It was really true. It was like before people cared about health and wellness, and then during the pandemic, people had to, like there was a lot of risk involved in not. And so people had to make sure they were on top of all the trainings related to that. But you also had people working out of the home, getting injured in their setups, like all of this different stuff. So it really, I guess, exacerbated the need for people to say, okay, we have to care about health compliance, but we also have to care about like workplace injury compliance equally as much. And so just trying to find ways that they could better do that. And a lot of people asked to have that done by a vendor, right? Like they were like, Sequoia, you're great at this, but at the end of the day, like you're not going to take the steps to improve people's MSK. Like we're a broker, not a health company. And so we sought out MSK vendors who would help to do that. But unfortunately, they didn't deal a ton with compliance. So I think that's where Wiggle's doing something really interesting, right? Is you're taking what a lot of the more household name MSK companies have done, but you've made it not just so much about treating people. You're saying, hey, we get that this starts with compliance. And, a lot of people in your space, I feel like have this, or not your space, but a lot of the best vendors out there almost have these mission statements that are like, we've done our job if we go out of business, essentially, right? Like if you've solved all the MS world, you wouldn't have anyone to use the app. And it's sort of that way, right? Like if you properly do your job and you make sure that every single person is stopping from getting injured in any singular form, like that's HR people's dream, right? Like they don't want to be people doing MSK treatment. They want to just not even hear about it. And I think that's the goal of what you do so well, if that makes sense.